All right. Welcome back to the Noonchi podcast, everyone.
Did you have to take that breath to pretend to be energized?
Yeah, I guess.
How are you, Bob? Bob, look, today is the first time we're recording where I'm unemployed.
Yeah.
I am no longer an employee of this company.
Yeah.
But I walked in same as any other Monday, right? Because I still have the key card.
We gave you the key card,
right?
Because we don't want to keep having to let you in,
right. So it felt more like, and I think I described it as kind of like I'm divorced from the company.
Yeah.
But I have visitation rights.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean? So I came in. It was very interesting because
very interesting.
Because I came in. Last day was last Tuesday.
Yeah. And it's a week later.
Yeah, when we had David on.
Yeah.
And a week later, I come back as if nothing changed.
No, it felt weird. People saw you and they were very hanbok. They were very
You didn't have to speak Korean. This is an English podcast.
But I don't know how to say it. It seemed like they haven't seen you for a long time. It felt that way.
Of course, they love to see me because I bring the fun.
Yeah.
To certain people.
It's true. I mean? This is true.
So Bob, how was it your first week without me?
Well, it's only been a couple of days to be to be technical because we had your last day was last Tuesday. Right. We had Wednesday off for election day, and then Thursday, Friday, and then Monday we had off. So I've only had to work without you for 2 days, but those 2 days were incredibly stressful because I needed to basically figure out what you do and basically understand what you do.
What I did,
dive in, right, and actually do the work that you were responsible for, so I can dump it onto everyone. No, so I can figure out how I can redistribute the work throughout our team because it's just I consider just doing it myself, but I realize
it's a lot of fucking work.
You did a lot of work. Yeah. So
you thought I was just fucking around when I'm coming here, right?
Well, part of me, I was thinking, all right, I'm gonna really, really get to see the books, and see if Danny was just dicking his way through.
Yeah, we're stealing from the company, right? Okay, all right.
But no, now I understand, Danny, working part-time, you actually put more hours in than you actually got paid for. So I really appreciate that. It's only been a couple of days. So I'm just feeling the initial blow of it, and it's been stressful. So I would say I shed a few tears, but not because I was sad you left. It's because
thanks, Dick. So do we talk about this election day with obviously we are not Korean citizens, so we cannot vote, right?
Yeah.
But you see in every district, there's that small truck. Truck with a mini stage. And it's definitely not the candidates, but the candidates' representatives. Doing stupid dances, right? To pick number 1 or pick number 2, right?
I mean, it's. I have a feeling those trucks serve that purpose for election season. But then after that, it goes back to Red Bull and
right. I rarely see those trucks until election time, right? So so my thing is, if you, okay, how about this? So the main thing I think about these trucks when I think about is the song.
Yeah.
Because everyone has every candidate has a theme song, right?
Yeah, and they I don't know for certain if it is, but they seem like repurposed songs.
Yeah, they changed the words. To fit and put the candidate's name in there.
Yeah.
I have a question for you, Bob. Since you're a musician, right? And some very famous politician who's running for something goes, I want to choose Big Phony's song.
Yeah.
Right? But you don't know what he stands for. He or she stands for.
Yeah.
You don't know any platform, but they're gonna like change your lyrics to be like, vote for me song, right?
Okay.
Would you be like, okay? Like, I'm sure you get a little bit of money.
Yeah, that's what it is. If they can pay me, yes.
Even if like you're not down with the platform of what they stand for.
Where I stand now, I could use the money.
So if his platform is I'm going to kill all babies, but you're like, yeah, go for it. Like, not, obviously not like hardcore,
It'd be one thing if I was like if I was doing well, if I was like Radiohead or U2, then and I had plenty of money, you know, then I'd be more selective. I'd be like, no, not just anybody could use my songs. Right. I'd be pissed off if someone used it without permission.
Right.
But at this point, even if someone I didn't like, let's say like Trump, or and he just used one of my songs,
Bobby, I want to use your song.
I would if he just used it, like I would probably write him a thank you note.
Oh, really?
Yeah, be like, oh, thanks for using it, even though I don't agree with your policies. Yeah, like thank you for the exposure.
Okay. How much was the minimum price you would be willing for if Trump asked for your?
If they asked,
what's your minimum price? What is your like?
I would do my due diligence and find out like what the market cost for that would be, like, because this is so like hypothetical. This is the most hypothetical.
Yeah, whatever. Right? Yeah.
So I would ask for anything reasonable, but really, if I'm being honest, you can probably get it for $100 or something.
It's Trump, motherfucker. What are you getting $100?
Let's say it's a no. So someone.
Okay, Bernie. Bernie Sanders wants your song.
I would just right. I like Bernie, so I would just let him have it. But I want a receipt, like for a donation of whatever. Like,
you know what, man? Like, I'm disappointed in you, Bob.
I gotta put food in mouths.
No, you said you're gonna do it for free or $100. That's what I'm disappointed.
Oh, I mean, if
10 grand.
If it was someone like Andrew Yang, right?
Yeah.
And I think he's gonna win.
Yeah.
And he's really gonna put $1,000 in my pocket every month.
Yeah. For until
and my friends and my wife and my family. Then I would consider doing it for free if they really wanted it and they didn't have the budget for it.
Right.
But I know they have budget.
Of course. Think
But
about how expensive it is to rent a truck in Korea.
Yeah.
Have your fucking face on it.
Yeah.
And have volunteers or whatever.
All right, I'm changing my mind as we go. Okay.
You know what I mean?
Here's the thing, like, I should stand up for musicians, especially indie musicians,
right,
who are always underpaid and ask for their content for free in exchange for promotion. I think that's BS because we're always at the bottom of the budget list, right? And so maybe I should fight for that. But at the same time, I don't get people asking me for this kind of thing often. So I need to make ends meet. So I've done that in many respects where I've let people use my music for free in the hopes that their project will do really well. And then later they'll give me a call on their next project when, I mean, that's how it was in the beginning. I said yes to a lot of things and then people paid me back later by helping me out in a future project. There's a lot of people that haven't, so that I've seen succeed, and then they just get more famous songs and stuff like that. I wish they would throw me a bone.
Yeah, it's okay. So instead of I Love Lucy, it's like I love Bernie. No, because I don't know. It's a little different, but right before we recorded, I got a call from the Busan International Comedy Festival.
Okay.
Right. And they apparently made a deal with some European country.
Yeah.
And you know, it's a very Korean thing. It's like, oh yeah, we have, like, the Korean side went, we have English speaking comedians that are good in Korea. Right. Uh-huh. And then their deal was to do like a Metaverse avatar stand-up comedy show. So the viewers are all from this European country.
Oh, yeah, okay.
So the people made the agreement.
Like a gather town or like a sandbox or like where people walk around in avatars and they watch your show.
Yes.
Right, okay.
Now, they come back to Korea and they go, oh shit, nobody in Korea knows how to do stand-up well in English.
But they made this deal with
yes, except one person.
Yeah.
It's me. Uh-huh. And they were like, 형님, 도와주세요. Mm-hmm. And I was like, for what? Because like it's what's gonna happen is, and I haven't done this avatar show, but I've done a few of the Zoom comedy shows, like the not in person shows, and they are not good. You know what I mean?
I can imagine it not being good because you don't have. Are the audience mics on? Are there mics that you can hear them laughing?
So they said that they're going to do that, but even with the Zoom stuff, like you tell a joke, right?
Yeah.
And there's like a half a second delay.
Oh, yeah.
Right?
It's not
so
ideal.
So it fucks up the timing, right?
Sure.
And so they offered me a decent amount of money.
Yeah.
More money than what you're willing to get paid for Trump to use
I would say
song.
Without knowing any more information, just do it. Like,
but my thing is the money is good.
Yeah.
But I know that I'm going to fucking bomb on stage or bomb on.
I mean, maybe Metaverse. It's worth just the story to say, hey, one time I did this show in the Metaverse and I ate shit. But at least I got paid. Like, it's worth the story, I think.
You know what? I think I have enough stories of bombing.
I don't know. Like, one of my favorite, I think we talked about this before, but like when, all the comics on podcasts, they talk about this stuff. When's the worst time you bombed?
Right.
What's the worst kind of show you've been? And then there's one where they brought it up. That wasn't the question. I think they were just making fun of someone they were making fun of Bill Burr.
Yeah. The bus.
He did a show on a bus.
He didn't do it.
He didn't.
He didn't do it. They made fun of him so much that he passed on it and someone else did it. Yeah.
So I think it was Jim Norton or someone that said, at least I'm not doing a show on a bus, right? Yeah, something. Yeah. So I guess I get all right. So I guess he agreed to do it.
Yeah.
Because it was a bus to the Super Bowl.
To the World Series.
Okay, to the World Series. Yeah. And he gets a ticket to go see the World Series. Yeah. So that was part of the payment. He gets paid and then he can go see the World Series, right? And so he's like, okay, I'll do it. But then the other comics found out. Yeah. And they just shat on him because the scenarios run through your head where it's like, all right, so who calls you up? Like there's no green room. Like you're literally probably just sitting in the front row. And then you probably introduce yourself, be like, hey guys, I'm the entertainment for you on the bus, right? Like,
they program it into, the next stop.
Yeah.
This stop is Hong-Ik University, right? This comic is Bill Burr.
Yeah. One of the funniest parts of that conversation is they were like, oh, and then what do you do when you're done with the show? Yeah. All right, that's my time, everyone. And you just like turn around and sit down in your seat.
And you're bombing it. And to your left,
clearly you're gonna bomb, right?
Yeah.
Clearly. Unless you take it as like you don't tell your jokes, but you just like pretend you're a tour guide.
Yeah.
Right. And you just shit on everyone sitting down, like all that. Like,
I think
that's what you should do.
What?
For this show.
Shit on the avatars?
Just be like, listen, I took this show, I have some jokes for you and all, but let's be honest. Yeah. This is weird. And just be like, all right, I need some audience interaction. Yeah. How many of you are not wearing pants? Like you could like make something out of it. And then that'll become a thing.
Yeah.
Where like people will call you.
I gotta do
it
like, twice, man. I gotta do 2 shows.
Dude, even better. You'll know what works the first time around. And you just, my guess is you're probably gonna just throw the jokes out of the window, so to speak, like on the second time around, and just focus on shitting on the audience and be like, why did you sign up for this? How much do you pay to be in here? This is a bad idea. Like, I think you should just do it for the memory, and so you can come back on the podcast and tell us how it went.
No, see, it's okay. So here's the thing. Like, the worst show I've ever done in Korea, right, was, and I think I told you this before, was for the Rainbow Music Festival.
Yeah.
Right? And the Rainbow Music Festival.
It's on some island, right?
Yeah, like you camping, you sleep in tents or whatever. So we got booked to the Rainbow Music Festival like 4 years ago to do stand-up comedy, right?
On Nami Island.
I don't know. And then so at first we were supposed to do it at like 6 p.m. Right? And then schedules changed and they were like, can you do it at like 11:30 or 12? Okay.
People are sleeping there. Though, right?
Okay. After the headliner, right?
I remember this.
So you know the headliner was? It was a dynamic duo, right? And so like thousands of people are like, wow, right, for their set, right? And then after thousands of people were, woo, the MC goes, 네, 다음은요, 스탠딩 코미디입니다. And all of them went to their fucking tents. It was a big ass, it was like a huge ass fucking field. Right? Yeah. And then now there's like 2 people like sitting drunk, eating popcorn, just like looking at us. And our voices are like just going into the air.
But you
can't fucking do well. I ate so much shit.
And you were
Korean, they call it 똥 We all fucking
everyone.
Everyone. Well, one person did okay, but
was it like you were contractually bound to do it for like a certain amount of time, and you can't just be like, fuck this, walk off stage?
We all had to do like, so it was like 4 or 5 of us, right? It was like 4 or 5 of us. And we all had to do like 10 minutes
10 minutes each.
Yeah, so we had to fill an hour, right?
Okay.
And it was a grueling hour.
Okay.
And then so
you got paid though, right?
Yeah, we got paid, but then, you know, like, but it was just me like going, yo, man, like, that don't feel good. And so what, should we sleep over in tents? In this environment of or do we drive back?
I think it was
from wherever the island is, and that's a long ass shitty drive.
They didn't give you a tent as like a,
they did.
They gave you a tent.
It was a 주무세. I was like, yo, fuck, I don't want to. Why stay in this uncomfortable situation where
I did a similar.
What the fuck? Why would I be there?
There was a festival called Around Camping Festival, right? And I was part of a lineup for that. It wasn't as bad as like it was during the day, and I did a show, and but people were in their tents, and like it wasn't set up like a festival, right? So people were far away, right? And I just remember. It wasn't an ideal situation, but you know, music is music. I can just sing the song and just play to myself, you know? So that's easier. I remember I fucked up because I said I had CDs and t-shirts with me. And this is when I was with my sosoksa. And they were like, mention the CDs and stuff. And I said, as a joke, or I thought people would not take me seriously. I just said, 저는 뭐 CD랑 T-shirt 있는데요. 그냥 가져가세요. We have and then the staff, I guess, thought I was serious, and so they came and they took 100% of all the merch.
Because
we didn't even make 만원.
No, you know why? Because the idea you have to say. Pay what you want. But if you say 가져가세요, they're like, fuck it. Like they don't understand sarcasm or whatever. Like, you know what I mean? So like,
because I used to say this a lot, and I don't do it anymore because I'm afraid of these moments. So I used to say in English, I'm giving away CDs and merch and T-shirts after the show. So please come get it in exchange for money. and so that was the punchline. Yeah. And it didn't really translate as well in Korean, I guess. So my label was so mad. They were like, 다음에 그렇게 하지 마세요.
Okay, I'm curious. Like approximately how many albums, CDs, and T-shirts did you bring? Like estimate.
Probably like 50.
50 each?
Yeah.
50 T-shirts and 50 CDs?
I'm guessing maybe at least half of that, maybe 25. Because that's not a bad payday. So yeah, we lost a lot of money. But yeah, and I ended up having to pay it back, because it's like it goes part of my, it's not your CDs. It's like you share the income,
right?
So I basically forfeited 50% and owed them 50% of the
stupid.
Yeah, that was pretty stupid. But yeah, but I can't. It's not bombing per se. Like I went up there, I sang songs. Yeah. People weren't paying attention. They weren't listening. But I expected that. with music you can just get through it, right?
Yeah.
But for comedy, you need audience interaction. Like it's like very important.
Right.
So this thing on this online stuff and Metaverse, whatever, like performing for people.
Yeah.
In those situations, the future, it hasn't been written yet. Like in terms of what the best way to do that is. But who knows? There might be a solution, and maybe you can help find that solution. Maybe it's 50% jokes, 50% just bagging on people, or finding like some sort of like something to make fun of, or
so. Time out. The pitch was what they told me was they were like, this will be the first time it's ever been done.
Okay, like that's gonna.
Right?
Yeah.
최초로 하는 거예요.
Yeah.
국내 최초로 메타버스로 영어로 스탠딩 코미디를 할 수 있습니다, 형님. 나한테 얘기한 거예요, right? So I go, who gives a fuck? I don't need to be the first. I don't care, right? 내가 국내 최초로 한국에 지금 스탠드업 코미디 클럽이 지금 운영하고 있어요.
It's like
존나 안 와요.
It's like
무슨 소용이 있어요, right? They're like,
It's like giving you a ticket on the Titanic.
Yeah.
They're like, oh, this is the first time a boat this big will cross the Atlantic.
I was like, it doesn't matter. I don't care. 언론 플레이하는데 nobody gives a fuck about the 기사.
Well,
right?
so that's what I'm saying. But I hope you take it. I hope you say, with the condition that you're going to mix it up. You're going to try to.
No, I told this. Yeah. No, this is what I said. If you have a live audience, as well as do a half and half show,
okay,
then I'll do it.
Would you call that a hybrid situation?
Yeah. Where the people in the European country can see the metaverse version of it.
Hell yeah!
While there's an actual audience, so even if it's just 50 people, then I'll be like, yeah, fuck it, I'll do it.
That's clearly the solution,
right?
Yeah.
They don't think that way. It's they go, no, we're just gonna do it metaverse style. And I go, why are you not listening to me? I've done this for 25 years now, stand-up comedy.
I'm going in solution mode, right? Trying to find solutions. Yeah. So I think what you should do is then hire at least 10 people, maybe even your buddies, to just be there to laugh.
Yeah.
Just to laugh, just to keep the,
in the metaverse, you mean?
No.
In real life?
In the room, in real life. Yeah. Or just hire people. Hey, come to the show for an hour. I'll pay you $20. That's part of your budget. Let's say you're getting paid 10 grand, right? You put like $200 towards paying an audience through like Craig's, or what do you call it, through 당근 Market. You just be like, come here, we'll give you $10. You get to see a comedy show, you get one free drink, right? Yeah. And you just get like 10 people, 20 people in there, and there's your audience. Yeah. And that covers very little of your budget.
They want me, you know what it is? They want me to do it in my house.
Then bring them to your house. Like, just do it here, do it at the studio. And look, give us a cut.
Why would I do it at the studio when I am a part owner of an actual stand-up comedy club?
Do it at the stand-up comedy club then. Here, I want there to be a solution because let's say
I said I will do it if there is also a live audience.
Yeah.
Then I will fucking do my best.
Okay.
And try to come up, because the people that I know that do comedy in English in Korea, they're not like headliner skill level yet. And I'm not, it might sound like I'm hating on them, but like, we all know what level headliners are. Yeah. And I'm barely there.
Yeah.
So that's
they
what
want it in English too, right?
Yes. So in Korean, then why would we need a metaverse when they're all it's in Busan. The show's in Busan.
So this European country, they booked this in Korea. This is so weird.
Again, it's there's things like, we're like from the Busan International Comedy point of view.
Okay, yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like, we're making deals with outside countries to make this a bigger thing. And I'm telling them, look, guys, there is an English-speaking population in Busan, right? I know because I've done shows there. And I know people that run the shows there. So we can talk to them to fill a room. Right?
Absolutely. That's the clear solution.
And then if you want to do real stand-up, if you have money to burn, I can, if it's not people from, say, the US or, US or whatever, like Canada or wherever, or England or wherever the hotspots are, I can find people that are good enough to headline in, say, Hong Kong or Malaysia or Singapore, which is a lot cheaper flight to come down and do jokes. Yeah. But the way these people,
Oh, this is giving me so many ideas.
Yeah, but they're not going to listen to you because they don't even listen to me.
We don't have to do it with them. Do your own Seoul Comedy Club Metaverse festival.
Then I have to,
and then bring other countries in on it, right? Or other, right?
So, thankfully, none of the Busan International Comedy Festival speaks English. So me shitting on them on this podcast is not going to come back to bite me in the ass. And even if it does, I don't really care. But so last year, there was the Busan International Comedy Festival, but there was no audience because of COVID. Right? So they did everything on Twitch.
On Twitch, right? In Busan. So you had to go all the way to Busan.
So all the comedians that do stand-up comedy live in Seoul. Right? They wanted us all to come down to Busan to do a Twitch show. And I said, why can't we just all do it in Seoul? Right? Like, what's wrong? Like,
did they get funding from the Busan?
I'm sure they do.
That's probably why.
But I'm like, come on, man. Like, I don't understand why not only did we need to take a train or plane over there. They had to house us in a hotel, the Shilla Stay Hotel in Haeundae. Right? So like that's just, and then pay us. So I'm like, that's just way more money that you could have saved. So it's like stuff like that. I'm like, come on, guys, like let's be more flexible. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And then I told them the reason why you guys okayed this is because you think in Korea, stand-up comedy, which they don't even say it, they say standing, which still drives me crazy, is they just think it's just funny with words, a text, right? But I go, there's a performance to it. It's not that we're like acting and singing or whatever. But every little facial expression and act out and everything is a thing. The reason why I bring this up is because one kid that does stand-up comedy who I think is very, very talented, and he was doing well for the last, for a while. He opened for Youngie last week and ate so much shit, right? But then it was the funny thing is, so there's a 6 o'clock show and an 8:30 show. The 6 o'clock show he headlined.
He headlined.
Fucking killed.
He did well.
Right.
Okay.
8:30 show he opens for Youngie. Does the same material. And had less reaction than this fucking podcast right now. Right?
Okay.
And he ate so much shit. I was like, and then he came shell shocked. You know, and he was just like, what did I do? And I was like, I'm telling you, man, stand-up is not just about the text of the joke.
Yeah.
It's about crowd control. It's about performance, you know?
Yeah, absolutely.
You know? And then so the host, Tonga, goes up. And he usually fun, right?
Yeah.
He also eats shit, right?
Okay.
So it was two, they call again, tongsasa, right? There's two big piles of tong on stage now.
Yeah.
And then Youngie, who has to come up, it's her show.
Yeah.
And obviously her fans and her friends are watching. So they're going to clap, but there's still some residue left over that she needs to fucking clean out before she tells jokes.
Did she?
Yeah, I mean,
she did okay.
I mean, again, like obviously it's her fans, and you know, like that's the thing about because majority of Koreans don't really understand stand-up.
Yeah.
Right. When they come to see a show, either they're like, oh, 개그 공연, comedy 공연, right? So that's what they're expecting.
Yeah.
Or like they're coming because they're a fan of like, you know,
they're expecting a personality.
Yeah, like the handful of YouTubers that are pretty famous in Korea, like, you know, like the Pishikdae kids, when they do stand up, like not all their fans, but they're like hardcore fans come. Komiko when he was in Korea,
a lot of his
fans came. So it's not even that they want to see stand up comedy. It's like a fan meeting, right? But instead of like, you know, like I've never been to a Korean fan meeting, but like they make you sing songs and like do Q&A. Okay. Instead of that, the performance is this 15 to 20
and for everyone else, it's like an uphill battle then.
Yeah. So then, you know, sometimes you'll see this where you're just like, all right, who's this guy? And hurry up so that I can see my fan. Yeah. You know?
But would you say on the bright side, some people actually win them over?
Yeah. I mean, you know, a lot of times, like, you know, what happens is, I came to see this person, but then I got introduced to these people. You know what I mean? So like, that's kind of the reason why the old school model of stand-up comedy of like the famous headliner bringing in like openers. Yeah. You know?
I mean, that's the way to build an audience, build a fan base.
But that's old school. Yeah. You know what I mean? Now they want us to be TikTokers and they want us to do this shit.
I mean,
I'm fucking 40,
I still
man.
think you should look at this.
I can't do that.
This metaverse kind of platform as an opportunity. Clearly, they don't know what they're doing either, but they have the resource to do it, right? And so the opportunity is you create your own show in the metaverse where you say that it's going to be hybrid. You make the rules, right? And then you sell this show to them next or the next organization that needs something like this. You go around and say, "Hey, we can do a show for you," but this is what it's going to be like. That's the future.
Bill Burr talks about not this, but he talks about hair plugs.
Okay.
Right? The first time people put hair from other parts of the body to the top of a head. Yeah. It looked bad. Yeah. Because like it was like literally like hole punched and they put like 30 pieces of hair, 30 pieces of hair, 30 pieces of hair, right? Yeah. So it looked like a fuck up carpet. Yeah. Right? Yeah. So he goes, let it skip beta testing. And now the process is more seamless.
Yeah, okay.
That's what I want to do. I don't want to pioneer fucking avatar metaverse stand up.
All right. Yeah.
When
you got a point there.
Yeah. Where like I'll be other people do it. I just want to do stand up. I don't want to do like new wave thinking because again, like call me old school, call me lazy, call me whatever, but I don't like there's merits to the metaverse and its opportunities. Yeah. But for me, the one real important thing about stand-up comedy is like when you see stand-up comedy on Netflix, right, versus that same comic on stage live. Yeah. It's so different. Right? Sure, right. The like when people see like that's what I want to tell people here is that like when you see stand-up comedy like on YouTube or like with not live, yeah, you can laugh. Yeah, it can be funny, but it's still not as close to the high of the live itself.
Sure.
Right. And so to me, if there's a comic that I've never seen in my life and I just see like, I've never heard of, and then they show me a clip.
Yeah.
Funny or not, I'm not going to fully judge that person until I see that person live, because like it's a whole different animal. Like in terms of editing, you know, it's just so different, right? So, you know, you can make things terrible look good by editing. You know what I mean?
Sure.
And you know, like you can, you know, like a lot of shows,
like Mitch Hedberg's special.
Yeah. He was bombing, but then the what do you call it? The edited version was, he killed it, and it made him famous.
Right. I remember that. Yeah.
And look, I'm a fan of Mitch Hedberg.
Yeah.
But the raw footage of that Comedy Central special was
really bad,
pretty uncomfortable, right? And so anyway.
No, I get it. You know, it's risky, right? There's a lot of risks involved, but I mean, I think there's an opportunity to, to make some money for maybe some comics that don't share your ideals.
Yeah,
that are just trying for a money grab.
So I might pass it on to some other people.
Yeah.
But I was, it just crossed my mind right now.
I think if they can
pretend to be a stand-up comic, and be a guitar singing stand-up comedian,
okay,
and you just need to do 30 minutes, of funny songs,
like a Dimitri Martin.
There's a guy named Nick Thune, and you can get. I'll give you that money.
Okay.
I'll pass it over.
I'll do it. Tell him this guy, Big Phony, he's a stand-up singer-songwriter. Yeah.
I
mean that's a new business, right? So that's something actually we might be able to do a collab, I think, because we do live streaming here at the studio, right?
Sorry, as somebody who's not an employee of Collab anymore, I don't care.
You don't care.
Don't pitch collab ideas on my podcast. It's not a business.
So
yeah,
but like I think at the very least you should try and get that hybrid show, and just hire some people in Busan to come out to watch the show and laugh. If you laugh, you get an extra $10. If they're not gonna listen to me, this is the part that fucking infuriates me about me doing stuff like this in Korea. Like, and I always say, like, the two things that I was most passionate about in Korea, doing work in Korea and starting something new, was podcasting and stand-up comedy. Now, people go, podcasts have been around in Korea for a decade more. And I go, but I don't want to say you guys are doing it wrong, but it's very separate and closed-minded to what it can be. And that's what I wanted to do. And people go, but this is Korea, Danny. You don't understand. And I go, okay. So that's why, like, that pushback is frustrating. The thing that's more frustrating is the stand-up comedy part. Because they go, 한국에서는 그런 개그를 사람들이 싫어해. Like dirty, like dirty shit. And I go, oh yeah? Are you sure? Yeah. And every week they come to my show and I say something fucking crazy. Dude, you saw me talk about putting a fist in a vagina. No, two fists.
Two fists in a vagina. I said it in Korean and 80 people laughed.
Yeah. Right? It's true. Yeah, I was not expecting that kind of response. Before the show, you asked me, should I tell this joke? And I was like, I don't know, man. Like, no, but write your own ticket.
No, but what I'm saying is that it's not. People don't understand. The big problem I see is that there's techniques. Again, I was talking about earlier. There's text. If you see what I'm gonna do in text form, you're like, yo, this fucking 미친놈. What are you you're talking about putting two fists in a person and doing fucking Jetto game inside the vagina. That's fucking crazy, right?
Yeah.
But people, if you see it in text, they're like, yo, man, that's crazy.
Yeah.
Right? But then again, it's a delivery thing.
I get it.
Whatever.
To be fair, you told it at the end of your set when you had the audience.
Yeah.
When they were on board.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah.
You can't just in the beginning go, hi, I'm Danny. Fucking two-fist.
Yeah.
You can't do that.
No,
even in sex, you have to foreplay. You have to be like, hey, hi.
You make a very good observation there. Yeah. It is like sex. Like so you don't double fist till the end. Oh God.
Yeah. Anyway, so these are the frustrating things that I'm dealing with now that I've, obviously now that I have to do stand-up full-time or the stand-up business full-time.
Yeah.
And not just for me, but I'm trying to do it for the whole scene. And it's the idea of like selling out. Is it selling out? Like this doing it in English and that's actual different situation.
Yeah,
but like
I don't know. Is doing stand-up on a bus selling out?
Yeah. For World Series tickets?
For personal, like that's otherwise how else would you get to the World Series? Sometimes it's
buy the fucking tickets.
Okay.
Right?
Okay.
Like, the money that they're paying me is a decent amount. Let's just say that it's
$10,000.
Let's say it's close to that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Then there's many ways out of it to make it less sell-outable, right? And let's say if they want you to do it at home, and you just say, actually, my house is under construction that day. Can I do it at the Seoul Comedy Club? Like, I'll get the cameras and all of that set up, and then you pay some people out of that $10,000. You give them $1,000 to set it all up, do it right, and then pay another $1,000 for you get on Craigslist and say, hey, I need an audience of 20 people, and I'll give you guys $50 each just to come have a drink.
Why not? Why not the other way around and be like, hey, I will do a hybrid show.
Yeah, I mean, if they're not going for it, right? If they're saying no, like we don't want to do that. Like, yeah.
Has anyone you've ever dealt with in a somewhat high position in Korea ever been that flexible in your experience? And I'm not shitting on all Koreans. I'm just saying in your experience, someone who makes decisions in Korea, have you ever went, hey, how about this hybrid shit or something new?
No, but here's the thing. Like, you don't have to tell them, right? It's like, it's online. They're on the other end of it, right?
I'm sure they're going to send staff to my house.
Oh, if they send people, okay.
If they're going to spend that much money, you think they're just going to allow me to do it on my fucking MacBook by myself?
Oh, okay. Yeah, I mean, that was unclear.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
This is the frustrating part where I'm like, you guys don't know what the fuck you're doing, And that's why they go, ooh, 외국에서 섭외한 사람이야. You know what it is? Like a fucking juggler.
Yeah.
And no disrespect to juggling, but or a mimer, that's a skill I can't do. Right?
They're asking you to dance.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah. And then they're like, 한 번만 봐주세요. 우리 살려주세요. I'm like, no, you guys fucked up. You know what I mean?
Okay.
Yeah. So,
right.
And then, it's whatever. The Busan International Comedy Festival, it's like out of all the world's comedy festivals, right? The Just for Laughs in Montreal, the Edinburgh one, the Melbourne one. Those are the big ones.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'd be curious to see if they're looking into this hybrid kind of, online metaverse show kind of situation. That'd be interesting. Because a lot of those festivals were shut down last year, and we don't know if this will happen again. So maybe this is the way to fill in.
I guarantee you most of the big comics that are worth a damn,
they're not going to do it.
Probably won't do it.
I mean, there's enough comics that, will do it because they want to go to the World Series.
Yeah.
So it's like...
and then that becomes the downfall of okay, let's say you had a music festival and for years you had like fucking Coldplay headline or whatever. And then all of a sudden, because everyone said no, they have Bobby Choi as a headliner of Coachella.
Yeah, that's good for me.
That's good for you, but it is the end of fucking Coachella.
I don't care. At least I guess to say, I headline Coachella.
No disrespect to you, but that's what is going to happen. Right? Because then all these nobodies are going to be like, oh, but I want to fucking go to just for that. Oh, you're paying money? Oh, I'm gonna fucking do it, right?
Yeah.
And that's why, I'm like, I don't want to be a part of it.
You know what would be funny though, if that were the situation and there were just a bunch of like semi good comedians doing headlining, right? Like, and doing this show, and it actually happens. What I think the headliner should do is live stream them watching it, shitting on the show.
Yeah. I mean,
that would be funny.
Yeah. But then it's also shitting on the comic who's doing it.
Yeah.
And there's also a little bit of code to be like, not to.
Well, you're shitting on the guy that's selling out and making
who took the gig. Yeah. But again, like I probably wouldn't do that publicly.
Okay.
Just because like, that person, if I was like someone of S type comedian, I wouldn't shit on them because that's gonna hinder their careers more. You know what I mean? So I'm not gonna be that person. See, I'm a nice guy.
Yeah.
I'm gonna call people to say, hey, you guys want to make a decent amount of money? Right now after this podcast.
Oh yeah. Okay.
Because they'll be like, why aren't you doing it? Because you're gonna bomb. That's what I'm saying. You're gonna eat shit.
I know for a fact that you have comedian friends that will want to do it for the sake of just fucking around.
Yeah.
For just like, hey, why not? I think I can. I think I could turn this over, or like
a part of me wants to call like, this is when I might do it. If I call like Kevin Shea, he'll be like, hey, come to Korea. I'll do the first show. You do the second show, and we'll just eat shit.
Yeah.
When would you be?
Hell yeah. Let's say it was 10 grand.
Kevin, are you watching? Yeah. Hey, Kevin, when you're watching, if you are down, I will split that money with you, but you just have to move. Not move. You don't have to be a resident here. Just be in town.
All right. I've been looking at flights these days. Right. When's the comedy festival?
August.
Perfect. That's when flights go down again. So you can pay like a round trip ticket on a decent airline for like $1,200.
Okay.
Right? Can you afford that from the budget?
Yeah.
$1,200. Fly Kevin out for round trip ticket, right? And then he could stay with you. Busan, whatever. You can put him up. Can you put him up with that budget?
Yeah.
You put him up. Hell yeah, man. That's totally worth it. And then in the meantime, you do a side show at Seoul Comedy Club, and it will be totally worth it. Yes. There you go. That's your solution right there. And you guys just bomb together on that. Yeah, bomb together on the Busan show.
All right. Well, I don't want to. Now I got my brain thinking some more about how to.
But that's worst case scenario. I think you can actually turn it on its head and make that Busan show awesome. But you have to look at it from a different angle, like a no audience angle. Like clearly, Kevin's done that where he does his what's his podcast? The one where he does the every day he just talks for like 20 minutes.
Yeah.
Is it?
Yeah.
I mean, he's already doing that. Right? Yeah. He's already like just talking to nobody and doing a set.
I'll ask. You know what? After there's another person I have to call now. I need to figure out how to keep this money.
Can you bring another person, 2 people in at $2,400 and still have enough money in your budget?
No, I mean then it's all flights and lodging. There's nothing else then. Right.
But you'll have like some people that do shows with
yeah, I mean
outside of the
trust me, it's not good money. right. So anyway.
I love this. We're just like
anyway, we didn't now we were talking nonsense. I don't know.
Thanks for sitting through that, guys. That went a good like 45 minutes just
on talking about this stupid idea that I don't want to. It started off with you saying that you were gonna sell one of your songs to Trump for $100.
Election day. We're doing election day,
which led to
I will say this:
selling out, quote unquote. Right.
You know, we were talking about the election week. Even leading up to that day was great. At least in my neighborhood, it was just nonstop people. Like, I don't know. Yeah, I mean, sometimes it was the actual person, and they were saying, "Oh, I'm the person on the business card." Okay. They have business cards and stuff. The thing that blew my mind was one time I was walking home from the bus, like at midnight, and there were two opposing just two people out on the street, and I got a business card from each of them
at midnight.
At midnight,
dang, they were
and I was
hard.
like, "Damn, is that dedication?" But later on, I found out that they probably got paid.
Yeah, of course.
Right? So, but they're getting the stragglers or the drunk people or the the yagan crowd. Like they're that dedicated to get.
I'm curious. Like, what are the factors? Is it party lines? Is it the theme song of their campaign?
Yeah.
Like, what hooks people for your district? You know what I mean?
Well, all I know is I was remembering the names of the people with those songs because it was on repeat at the Shijang one day. I remember one guy, and it was so annoying. Like, it's fine. Just play it once, like every few minutes. Don't keep playing it over and over and over and over and over again, right?
So was it to a point where it was so annoying that you're like,
if I was gonna vote, I would write this person's name down and not vote for them because they just like, whatever their policies are. Like, it's just like, this is not
I
the
hate
way
your song. Pick another song. Or like, like, what about, like, would people, okay, if, let's say that there's like 8 candidates running for something in your 동네, right? And out of the 8, only 5 of them can afford those cars, those trucks, right? Does that mean that the other 3 you're like, no respect? Like you know what I mean? Like, man, this person don't even got a car.
It depends. Like them doing the car and the song, if that's considered going the extra mile in Korea, then that's something to be.
Because I'm wondering is it effective? Because if it's not, then I'm curious how much it is to get one of them them trucks. Yeah, and I want to do it for the comedy club.
Yeah. That's a great idea.
Where I put the logo of the comedy club and one of my faces, and I'm gonna, Korean politician pictures. There's like 4 types. There's usually one that has the arms crossed. One's smiling like this. One's, and I want to have one with my face and this whole comedy club logo. I'm just gonna walk around. I'll give you $100 for one of your songs. Right? Okay. We're just gonna go around Chongno and Hongdae and the area to just we're gonna choreograph a dance, choreograph a dance. Seoul Comedy Club, hey. So
you should do that just for the recap video, or just have that. It'd be worth it to put on TikTok.
Yeah, because dude, like TikTok.
I don't know. Twitch is what you comedians are like expected of, right? So
no, it's funny. Like, next to the comedy club, like, what do you call? Man, I don't know what you call them anymore. People that hand out flyers in English, like in front of flyers or
is there a name for that?
Yeah. They're not picketers. What are they called? So I don't know how to say it in English anymore. But anyway. Barkers. They bark.
I didn't know that.
And so there's various businesses putting out stuff, right? Yeah. And then next to the comedy club, it's always those guys, Tomies.
Oh, they are you talking about those like those sheets on the ground.
No. There's people with like that are just in the middle of the intersection, like 재밌는데 데리고 갈까요? Right.
Oh, really?
Yeah. But like, you know, but
you should do that for the comedy club.
Yeah, I'll be like, and I'll be next to him like 더 재밌는 데 있는데. 더 재밌는 데 있는데. 근데 아가씨는 없어요. 저 씨발 다 남자야. 근데 존나 재밌어요. 재밌는 데 데리고 갈까요?
You should make like the flyers too. That to make it look like those flyers on the floor.
Yeah.
But make it for the comedy club where it's like, you know, if someone sees that, they'll double take that all day long.
But it's like
what? Just around the comedy club.
재밌는데 데리고 갈까요? No, see, that's the thing. Because restrictions have opened up, I realize that there's much more things to do. There's way more, dude. Not even like the Ulchiro. There's a place called what is it? 만선호프, right? In Ulchiro, right? It's like this Korea's version of Oktoberfest.
Oh yeah. I've been
people
there.
Are sitting outside on the street, and it's
a lot of people.
It feels like Halloween Itaewon.
Yeah,
like fucking packed on a weekend, right?
Yeah,
which is like a few blocks from the comedy club.
Yeah,
but not even there. Like there's another like smaller just 포장마차 like street.
Yeah,
right, where it's like outdoors, like ajumanis are fucking out of trucks
포장마차 tents, trucks,
like all and that, you're just sitting in the middle of the street.
Yeah,
cars
I know where
are
that
just
is.
almost hitting you.
Yeah,
and you're just sitting there, and they are you know what I realized? The vibe is great, especially with the weather being okay.
Yeah,
but you are getting robbed at most of these 포장마차s.
How so? You're being overcharged?
Super expensive.
Oh, is it really expensive?
Like I remember,
but you're paying for the 분위기.
Yeah. So, but like, you know, like when you order 오뎅탕, you know, and you know, like you know when you go to some restaurants or 포장마차s and they give you some sort of soup as service.
Yeah,
it's usually not a big bowl.
Yeah,
it's like usually like a bowl like that size.
Yeah,
right?
Sure.
We ordered 오뎅탕 at 15,000원, and that bowl came out.
Oh, really? 15,000원?
Yeah, and I went, oh shit.
Well, if you go on the street, they always give you the odeng 국물 in like a paper cup.
No, but that's a different vibe. You know, and that's way cheaper.
Yeah.
And then I was like, are we getting robbed? So I look at the stall like 2 stalls down, right?
Yeah.
Just not the next one because obviously they're gonna compete. I looked at a few stalls, like, oh my god, 오뎅탕 is for this much.
Yeah,
it's 15,000원.
대박.
Yeah,
that's
and I went, oh my god. And then so we ordered because we were hungry, we wanted a drink. I said, fuck it, I'll pay for it. And like, what was it? 제육볶음.
Yeah.
Right? Usually a 제육볶음 안주 is about that big.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
For like 15,000원.
Yeah.
Right.
It was that big.
Like tiny.
And I went, oh shit.
But what?
I became a ventriloquist. 복화술. I remember that.
But is it like they're all priced that way, all of those places?
Well,
is it because
that whole line was, and I was like, oh, this is crazy.
I'm really curious why it's so expensive. If it's because it's a destination.
I think it's a destination, and also all those places, no credit card machine, no
all
cash. No, not even cash.
No cash?
Yeah.
What? Bank transfer?
Yeah.
What?
Yeah. Yep.
Okay. Well, I've been to 포장마차s where bank transfer is only allowed. Yeah. But that's weird on the street.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah. So I've been to like those places, but again, I was like, yo, we're all. I wanted to be like, 여러분, 우리 지금 다 we're all getting fucking robbed. I wanted to say it to like about 100, 200 people, right?
Yeah.
But I was like, okay, 먹어, right?
Yeah.
You know.
But everyone's happy. The 분위기 is good. Like Then it's probably the location. It's a destination.
Yeah.
And people want to remember that night.
Yeah.
Okay.
And so
I kind of want to drink now at a 포장마차.
Let's wrap it up. Ladies and gentlemen, thank you for watching. Bob.
Yeah.
Good luck.
Good luck. Thanks. Like a lot of work ahead of me.
And then I have to make some phone calls to see if I can bring my buddy Kevin back to Korea. He's going to be in Hawaii next week.
Oh.
Yeah, so I'm going to have to hit him up to be like, hey, stupid.
It's cheaper to get a round trip from Hawaii, so have him extend his flight.
No, it's next. He's in next week. It's in August.
Okay.
He's not gonna live in Hawaii. Stupid. Right. Okay. All right, everybody. Thanks for watching. You know what? We never do this.
What?
Please like and subscribe. And press the post
please. Give us some hope. You know, Danny does not have his normal like monthly income from his old job.
Trust me, it wasn't all that big anyway. Who gives a fuck, right?
Yeah, so buy some merch. We still got the merch thing going on, and no one has bought anything since February. So please, because we never talk about it anymore, please throw us a bone so we can.
You don't even wear it.
Yeah, I bought a bunch of stuff and I gave them out as gifts.
Oh,
yeah.
And them motherfuckers haven't put it on Instagram.
Yeah, I mean, we gotta do more of that.
Yeah,
all right, so we'll do a better.
That's true.
We'll do some more marketing and stuff like that. All right. We'll see you guys next time, and be safe and have fun. Enjoy the weather. Later.